guys, it's Sandesh back with another video. Today we are going to be talking about monster trucks that are definitely my favorite type of vehicles. So I'm going to teach you the best techniques of driving a monster truck and the things that you never must do when you're driving a monster truck. The first best thing you must do is check if the shock absorbers or whatever you call them are in good condition, because they are important on monster trucks. Shock absorbers are the best, most important part in a monster trucks. That's what it gives its name, monster trucks. Because uh, when, let's say, you're going on high ramps, so you need them to like bounce back to the wheels. If you don't have them, well, let's say, yep, your monster truck is completely broken. The monster truck will go into pieces, then the wheels will fall off. You need shock absorbers for the monster truck to bounce. And the best thing to do is check if there are no any holes in the tires, because you have to check the holes. If they have any holes in the tires, you must replace them. It might cost a lot of money to replace the tires since they're humongous and need, I guess, some way of transportation, since you can't take them in the car. Literally crush your car if you keep it on top of the roof. So I prefer buying Race Tech 9 tires because they have better facility of going speed and they don't burst. Most monster truck, when they speed up, the tires burst because of the, let's call it the tension of the tires. So I prefer Race Tech. Yeah, it's called Race Tech tires. I have seen them in some car shops. There are boards of it that says Race Tech tires. So you must always put that, and make sure your monster truck is in a proper position. Make sure there are no like higher boards on the monster trucks, because most monster trucks are created to be airborne. Airborne means that it kind of like a design way for it to glide. So I'm sorry guys, my voice might be lagging since I'm using AirPods. I'm trying to make my voice sound better. Wait, give me a sec. Okay, so hope you all can hear me well since I activated the AirPods on. So okay, where were we? Yeah, we were finished talking about that. So now the other best thing to do is always put on a seat belt. There might be no seat belts in one of those monster truck thingies, but there might be a little strap that comes on the seat. Let's call it seat. Most monster trucks doesn't have seats. You have to sit on the floor, because I have seen most of them you have to sit on the floor in most videos. And make sure you wear a helmet, because helmet is the most important thing when you're riding a bike, going on a race car, or driving a monster truck, or riding a skateboard. And now this is the worst thing you mustn't do when you're driving this monster truck. You must never accelerate like a jump start. If you don't know what the jump start is, you hit the brakes, suddenly you let go of the brakes and kick the gas. If you do that, the front of the monster truck will raise up and it'll kind of make you do a backflip, and you'll of course kind of damage it. But if it lands on the wheels, it's okay since it has shock absorbers. Most of them don't, so make sure you get the ones that have shock absorbers. I know y'all can't afford monster trucks. I don't think they are for sale. I have never seen them. I have seen them in most car shows and other stuff, but not the huge ones, just the normal ones, like race rally ones and a lot of stuff. So always make sure that every part of the monster truck is attached. I'm not going to call it monster truck from now on. I'm just going to call it truck, so for easier. I always have to call it monster truck. So you have to make sure everything is connected in the truck, because most when you get the truck itself, you have to assemble it. Most people do that. You have to assemble it. After Before you assemble it, check the parts if there are any, fractures, dents, bumps, and you have to check the wheels. Of course, I prefer ordering some good wheels if you get a monster truck, because most of them just give you some puny little wheels that is not good quality. So I prefer you buy the Race Tech ones because they're the best tires. They're huge. It's not filled with air. You can't fill it with air. The whole thing is just a rubber thing with the, let's say, chassis. Yeah, it's called chassis, I think. No, alloy wheel. Yeah, that has an alloy wheel, but the ring of the tire is completely rubber, no air in it. That's the best thing about a monster truck too. And make sure the front axles are connected into the CT socket, so it is in a good position for the monster truck to stay in ability to race. And the other worst thing you mustn't do is never steer it so hard. Yeah, of course you have been seen in movies, sometimes race shows, they steer the monster truck very hard. Sometimes they may tip over, but to be honest with you, monster trucks aren't created to steer so hard, because the shock absorbers, the and the engine, it's a little heavy, so it might tip over to the side, or the shock absorbers might break too, because you're giving too much weight to the shock absorbers in the sides. And you must always find a good shock absorber. Sometimes, let's say this, wait, give me a second, let me adjust my camera for a minute. Okay, and let's do this. Oh, dang it. Guys, sorry, my phone fell. I'll get you back. Guys, I'm back. So my phone fell. I'm sorry. I'm right now using a phone holder to use this. My phone fell. So where were we? Yeah, the shock absorbers. You must find a good spring and use the best oil for the pistons in it, because most are powered by air. Most shock absorbers are powered by air, and you mustn't use the air ones, since air ones aren't that powerful. Yeah, you can't depend on them because of the air pressure. You can't depend on, because it might leak, sometimes may lose air pressure, sometimes may, let's see, there's a good word for that. Oh yes, might explode. It might explode because of the too much air pressure. I prefer using some engine oil or motor oil. There are some good oils for that. You can go to, what is it called, Race Tech online. You have to go there and you can find monster truck parts. You can get wheels, you can get the RC monster trucks, the real monster trucks. They sell all the parts in the real monster truck and the RC monster truck. Sometimes there are monster trucks that use petrol too, but those are way too expensive. They can be like 1 lakh and 5 lakhs sometimes. I don't know all those prices, guys. Yeah. Hey guys, just took a quick break, guys. So now there are lots of brands for monster trucks, but you might heard of Bigfoot, Hammerhead. Then sometimes there are shark designed trucks, a lot of designs ones, but they are named Nissan. But there was a picture in the internet of Tesla Cybertruck turned into a monster truck. I think it's possible. Most people think it's fake, but technology these days. Some people doesn't believe in technology most of the time. Why? They first take away the body, then replace the tires and make them a little bigger and raise the height of the car. Then they put the body back on of the Tesla Cybertruck, and they use a larger battery so you can run more, and that's all. So never ever, okay, never ever hit the brakes on the truck ever again, because that will send you flying, and your monster truck will be go flying, and you will be also going flying because of the condensity and the weight of the truck will just go flying. And I don't think the monster truck will get any damage, but of course you will be damaged if you, what is it called, drive it that fast and hit the brakes. So most of the monster truck doesn't have like let's say gas clutch, accelerator, brakes. Most of them don't have. They mostly have automatic, so they have automatic gear, so you just need to push the lever and they go. I have seen most go-karts, not the trams, they put babies in it. Some babies you have seen, if you go on the road they put them in a tram. Those are also called go-karts, but not those kind of go-karts. One of those let's say the hill climbing go-karts, like the long monster trucks, but doesn't have big wheels. It doesn't have roofs. Some of them don't have roofs. So oh, and I forgot to tell you, today's video is sponsored by Platinum. It's a bike shop. You must visit that place. The best place anyway. I got some pictures there. I will put them in YouTube in another few days, months, weeks, years, blah, blah. Okay, let's forget about those. But I say, if you're living in Sri Lanka, you had to visit that place. That's the best bike shop ever. They even have the go-kart I told you. They even have those, but only one, green color one. I'll get some pictures and share that on YouTube later onwards, okay? Look out for that too. So, there are Nissan monster trucks. Let's just call it truck. There are Nissan trucks. I don't know if there must be Lamborghini. There might be. People might have designed it. Yeah. There are a lot of monster trucks, but some of them look very cool, but they're actually useless in real life since they are very slow and the tire compression is useless. And the shock absorbers, well, we can tell they are rusted sometimes. You know, springs can break when they're rusted and it cannot bounce well. So I don't have a monster truck. I'm getting a Jeep one day. My mom's going to get a Jeep. So it's called Suzuki Jimny. That's my favorite type of Jeep. If my mom had the money, I'll tell her to get a monster truck. Of course, we won't be able to fit it in a house. We have a big garage, but I don't think we'll be able to fit it in that big garage. Plus, just imagine how much money would it take for the petrol and whatever fuel it uses, gasoline sometimes. So now I'm going to talk about the best RC monster trucks today, remote control ones. I prefer gasoline or petrol ones. There are petrol ones too, and but they're a little hard to turn on since you have to pull the little cord at the back. It will take a little while, and you have to spend money on petrol too. Yeah, but I prefer petrol ones too. They are speed, they are good. First one, Nitro RX. That's the best toy monster truck. Not a toy, it's an RC car. I don't like to call it a toy, it sounds babyish. So, I like to call it RC. Okay, just wait. And I know a good place where you can get RC monster trucks and RC remote control cars, drones, planes, you name it. So it's a place called Bellangwilla, near the Bellangwilla Park. There's a place called RC Shop. So if you go there, Belangwilla is a road, okay? It's a road in Sri Lanka. It might not make sense if you're watching in another country since y'all don't know Sri Lankanese. So Sri Lankan language. So you can search that in Google or any other website you have in your phone. So yeah, you have to go to RC shop, but sometimes the prices are a little high. Yeah. There are repair shop. You can get your stuff repaired from there. RC stuff repaired from there. You can get oil sometimes. You can get other parts. There's a guy who works there. He's a good dealer. He might fix it for you, but if he can't fix it for you, you might have to take it return and pay him money too. I know it's a little kind of a rip-off, so you can't deal with those stuff in this country. So guys, There are more monster trucks that I know, a lot of monster trucks, but most of them I forgot because